Hey, welcome to the show, and today I want to do a little comparison between two Leica M bodies. The first camera that came out as an M body was the M3, and then M2 came after. They're very similar from the top. Even though I do have a fast rewind on this Leica M2, it has the same rewind knob. So same rewind, same cold shoe. There's no flash sync on the cold shoe. It goes through the back sync. Then we have same speed, same flash sync, same advanced lever. There's a little difference here, which is the frame counter. As you can see, the frame counter on the M2 came to a cheaper manual reset frame counter. So when you get your rollout, you gotta set it to 0 so you know what frame you're in. On the Leica M3, it was automatic. Even though it's a previous model, it does have a more advanced frame counter. Then on the back, they're identical. You wouldn't probably recognize one from the other. The bottom and the loading is exactly the same on both models. They both have the big tripod socket, but you can see I have adapters on both of them. And then on the front, you see some differences, but it's mostly because of the different styles of bodies. This is a Leica M2 with a button rewind, which means you just press the button to rewind. There's no self-timer, even though there's some bodies with self-timer, and some bodies also have the same rewind as the Leica M3. Then you have the preview window for different frame lines on your viewfinder. The M3 has a 50, a 90, and 135 frame lines. The M2 has 35, 50, and 90 frame lines. These frame lines on the M2 were more popular. That's why they came out with that M2 after the M3. Another big difference between these two models is the rangefinder. You can see in the little windows on the M3 have a little frame around them. On the M2 they don't. Also, the rangefinder on the M3 was a 0.91 magnification, which meant it was much better for longer lenses. And the Leica M2 started with a cheaper rangefinder that was 0.72, which became the standard for Leica ever since the M2. So those are the main differences between these two bodies. Most people that want a mechanical M camera with no light meter go for M2 or M3, depending on what lens they want to use. If you like longer lenses and precision on your rangefinder focusing, you go for an M3. If you want 35, 50, or 90 lenses as your main options, you go for the Leica M2. So those are the main differences between the Leica M2 and M3. I hope you enjoyed the video and see you in the next one.